Djay Pro is integrated with a large selection of available streaming services, and in this video, I'm going to go over the pros and cons about DJing with Djay Pro and streaming services so you could decide if that's how you want to source your music for DJing. The first pro is instant access to millions and millions of songs. So you could download music from a record pool or get your own music, whichever way you want. But having your own music, you can't always have the exact song that someone may request if you take requests for like a wedding and stuff like that. So having a streaming service is great, even if it's just as a backup with your main music. So right here, I searched the Beatles. So I might not have the Beatles in my regular music on my device. So now I can instantly search the Beatles and then I get all of these songs. And also with Tidal streaming service, you get video. I'm going to talk about that after. So being able to search basically the internet for any song you want is one of the best benefits of DJing with streaming services. Next is the selection of available services. So if you're just starting out DJing, you may already have a subscription to one of these services, or you could sign up and there's a lot of free trials, but there is Apple Music, Tidal, SoundCloud, Beatport, and BeatSource, and they all give you access to millions and millions of songs. A lot of people were already subscribed to Apple Music, and a lot of people love Apple Music, and that's one of the most recent ones. And maybe we'll get more streaming services in the future, but so far we have a good selection. And talking about the next benefit is going to be with Tidal streaming service. So with Tidal streaming service, you could search for songs. So here I have the Beatles again. You could search for songs, but you could also search for music videos. So you could, so if you choose a song, if you choose a music video from Tidal, you get this message, video track detected, and you could open it in Djay Pro's amazing video mode, and now you can mix with music videos, which you could charge more for gigs, or adds a more professional feel to your DJing, and you could get more creative. And Djay Pro makes it really easy to connect the TV or a projector for video mixing, and videos take up a lot of memory, and you may not have all of the videos saved to your device, so being able to search for these videos is really cool. And another thing you could do is you could search for lyric videos and do karaoke that way, which is pretty cool. Another pro is having access to music that just came out and new music, and you could also use it for music discovery. Also, there are a lot of good pre-made playlists. So here in Tidal, if I search, you could go hip-hop, country. You could search stuff like, wedding playlist, and then down here we have playlists. Now, Tidal does not have as many user-created playlists as Spotify does. Spotify was my favorite because they had pretty much a playlist for everything, but Spotify is currently not integrated with Djay Pro. And just like you could do videos, another thing you could search for are sound effects and effects. So you could search for like DJ tools and stuff like that. So if you're doing maybe awards or opening gifts at a party you're DJing, you could use one of these crowd applauses. And you can get really creative with that. There's also countdowns or surprise birthday parties. And all these songs that you search for and all of these effects and videos, you could instantly add them to your own playlist along with songs from your device and other streaming services. So you could just add it to playlist just like that. With Tidal streaming service, you can currently use Neuromix. You weren't able to before. Tidal's a little bit more expensive, but while you're playing songs from Tidal, you could use Neuromix, which is an amazing feature. So this is a song that I got from Tidal in the club. And then now I'm going to play it. And I'm using Neuromix, taking away the drums, the harmonics, and the vocals. One thing you cannot do with streaming service, I'm going to get into the cons now. You cannot record. So I press the record button, start recording, and you get this message. And recording is a big part of DJing, whether you're recording your practice sessions to see how you did, or you want to record a mix to post on your social media. If you're using a streaming service, it does not let you record at all. So now I'm going to just remove this song, eject, and now I have a song on my device that I own, load it up, so now it's only songs from a non-streaming service, and then I could record whatever I want. So that is one of the biggest drawbacks, because it's kind of frustrating not being able to record. Next one is, all of these things are great with streaming services, but it only works if you have access to the internet. So I only DJ with songs from streaming services, and it's super stressful for when I do gigs. So there's a couple of things you could do. Number one is you could have a mobile hotspot on your phone, and then connect to your iPad or whatever you're using to DJ. Another thing you can do is you can pay for service. I used to pay, I think, an additional, $10 or $20 a month to have 5G service on my iPad. And then, of course, if you have internet on your phone and you want to DJ with your phone, you could do that. But I paid extra so I could do it straight from my iPad without doing a mobile hotspot. Or what I have done in the past, if I was booked to do a gig at a restaurant, I would simply just call the restaurant and say, "Hi, I'm doing a DJ gig at your restaurant. Do you have Wi-Fi? Do you have a guest Wi-Fi or a Wi-Fi I could log into?" And if they say, "Yeah," you're good, because then you could go. Another thing is, if you're doing the hotspot or doing the internet service on your iPad method, you could go to the actual place. So if the place is a catering hall in your town, you could go to the catering hall, bring your iPad or bring your phone, and then see how the service is. You're going to need pretty decent service in order to load songs quickly and do what you need to do when you're DJing. It's really frustrating, and it's happened to me before, when you only have a limited service, and it's really stressful waiting for the songs to load while you're trying to DJ. But you are going to have internet. Right now, there's no real way to save your playlist onto like a offline locker or something like that, or they are really expensive. So biggest drawback is it only works if you have the internet. Another thing is these streaming services are getting more expensive, and then to use them with DJing, like we saw with Tidal, they have a whole new subscription that you have to subscribe to. So the other streaming services are probably gonna lead to that, and that may make streaming more expensive for us DJs. Another thing is usage. If you're doing paid gigs and you're using streaming services, it might be an issue with copyrights and stuff like that. So definitely check in your local area. And if you want to see my full review on the Tidal streaming service, check out this video over here. Thank you.